Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about nitric oxide supplements and how it relates to your metabolism. So if you're interested, definitely stick around. Okay, welcome back, guys. So nitric oxide supplements, this sounds very fancy, complicated. It has a little chemical-esque nature to it, nitric oxide, right? So let's actually understand what that is. We're going to go shift over to the screen. And here we are. So I already did a search for us on YouTube. And basically, think of it as NO2, right? Let's just pull up another one. There we go. This is nitric oxide. This is the chemical formula for nitric oxide, but the way it's designed and whatnot, it's pretty beneficial. So we can definitely take a look at what happens when you apply nitric oxide. But going back to the YouTube search result, this is just going to give us a better way of understanding what it is, right? So always understand that nitric oxide is one of those chemicals that really help you have that pump effect. So many of you might have heard about that in the past when you're in the gym and you just get really you have more blood flow going into those muscle tissues. You just look bigger because you just flooded that area with blood. Nitric oxide is amazing at actually stimulating that. So as you can see right here, let's see. Yeah, got pump, right? So they talk about how does the pump get affected by you taking nitric oxide supplements. So let's be real with it though, right? So that's what it is. Technically, do I approve of it? I've tried it. I don't see the benefits that they're recommending. I don't know if I would use it again. Maybe I haven't tried a really good one. If you are a nitric oxide supplier, send them some my way. I'll review them and I'll let everybody know how it is, because technically the ones I've tried, I usually buy from bodybuilding.com, and none of them has performed to its quote unquote label use. So I don't know. I don't use it, but apparently it's good for you. And so if it is, maybe you've tried it already. Definitely let us know in the comments if you've tried nitric oxide. What are your thoughts on it? Do you even recommend it? And then we can take it from there. But me personally, I know what it does, what it's technically supposed to do. Does it really benefit me? Not really. Now, in terms of your metabolism, I don't really see a real big benefit of this. Yeah, you'll feel pumped all day, or maybe you might just have too much where it'll just have a counter effect on certain other areas of your body. So I don't recommend it. So in this specific use case, nitric oxide, for most people that are trying to optimize their metabolism to lose weight, to look amazing, I don't recommend it. If you're like a top elite athlete, then yeah, maybe there might be some sort of benefits. But also realize this, right? I didn't really want to get into it, but I just thought about it right now. And technically, you can leverage this for erectile dysfunction. So if you're a male and your penis does not really get to the size it needs to get, you can technically use, you hear of Viagra and whatnot, right? You hear of Roman, so technically nitric oxide can help you with that as well. So like we mentioned before, it does a pump effect, right? So it's going to pump up your penis to exactly where it needs to get to. And technically nitric oxide can benefit you. But other than that, I don't really recommend it. For most people thinking about their metabolism and whatnot, it's not really going to be beneficial. But if you find a use case for it, definitely let us know, and then we can definitely talk more about it. But with that being said, guys, I really hope that you understand the concept of just these supplements in general, specifically nitric oxide, but then there's some other supplements as well you'll be hearing about throughout time. Does not mean that you have to take it. There's going to be a gazillion supplements in the market, but doesn't mean you need to take it. I myself have experimented with a lot, and I actually have a whole a container full of supplements, and I used to try them, but then what you realize is as you go through this journey of optimization, journey of your genetic potential, you realize you need less and less and less, and you need the basic macros. You need your fats, proteins, and carbs. And these extra things can help you, give you a little oomph, but then what you also realize that, oh shit, I gotta keep taking these things. And then that's going to cause a dependency, and we don't want a dependency. The only dependency we want is a natural dependency that we naturally do, which is we need to eat a meal every single day. It doesn't mean how many meals, 1 meal, 2 meal, 3 meal, 4 meal, whatever it is, whatever that meal is, that meal needs to come from earth, meaning it needs to grow from the earth, minimally processed, and you eat it. So for example, me, I have to eat steak for some reason. Chicken is great too, but just steak gives me more raw power. Only because, if you look at steak compared to chicken is white meat. Steak is literally the color of meat that we are. So if you were to have an anatomical specimen and we dissect it to the human, you see that flesh color, the flesh is very, very similar to steak flesh as well. So when you're consuming that, you're actually giving it the raw building blocks that makes up you, not no synthetic version of you. So always remember, whenever you are thinking about your metabolism, thinking about what you should be eating, just keep it very, very basic. And from that basic understanding, you can figure out the rest. You can create the complexities of what types of foods you should or should not be eating. Like, you could just look right now, go to your kitchen and tell me one food that you are in love with. Okay, let's just say you're in love with it, and then let's talk about it. Is that food processed? Is it in a box? If it's in a box, high probability it might be processed, but okay, maybe it was just packaged nicely because they wanted to make it a premium experience. If it's just the packaging, okay, let's go within that. Is there another box or a package within it, like, you know, maybe a plastic wrapper? Okay, and then if that's the case, then more than likely it's processed. Okay, so then now let's go dig deeper. I'm just using one of mine as an example. Okay, within that packaging, what is there? A lot of breadcrumbs and like crumbs fried-ish in there. If it is, then yeah, I think you get the idea, right? So you just go 2-3 layers in and you realize, okay, is it processed or not processed? Now, if I go to Chipotle, what am I getting? I'm getting rice, I'm getting lettuce, I'm getting beef, I'm getting some salsa, tomato, I'm getting sour cream, I'm getting a bunch of stuff. And I don't know how it's coming from them, but I'm trusting them because they have taken corporate responsibility to ensure that I get minimally processed food. So that it's out of my conscience now, it's their conscience. So if they're messing with me, then they're messing with me. But fortunately, the results that I've been experiencing has been amazing. So I trust their opinion. Now, with all that being said, let's always remember, recap, why are we even having this video? Nitric oxide. So is it gonna be beneficial for you? I don't know. Maybe try it out. If it's not too expensive, try it out. If it benefits, let us know in the comments, and then we can update this video and let people know. If not, then, you know, move on, right? Move on, keep it simple, stupid type of situation, and then let's move on to the next video. With that being said, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you in the next one, and I'm gone.